Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue Match Day 12 after the international break with PSG on top, 6 points ahead of Monaco. We are back, Alain, with some strange news during the international break around Olympique Lyonnais. If they are going to get relegated to Ligue 2, what is going on, Alain Valnegri?
A strong market to sold player because the institution about the financial report in Ligue 1 in France is really hard. Probably the hardest in the European football, and they send to Lyon to say that your finances are not going well, and if you keep that type of balance, you will be go to the Ligue 2 the next season. Now is sell talent player in Lyon. I think in January, 𝐿𝐭𝐿, Fofana will be probably move, and that one, the consequence is Lyon will be already mentioned to his ambition.
Let's see, now they are fifth on the standings. Let's see if it has an impact in the game. Well, guys, remember to press the like, of course, tell us your tips in the video. Now let's go on with the show. We have a great Friday ahead of us in Ligue 1. 3 Champions League teams are playing. First game, Monaco, Brest, 6 p.m. Monaco second in the table after beating Strasbourg 3-1. They were coming from behind. Remember that they are doing a great Champions League, also won in Bologna, but they lost the last home game, surprise, against 𝗀𝗲𝗄. Brest doing also a great Champions League campaign, Alain, but it's the opposite in Ligue 1, even a huge surprise like the defeat in Montpellier before the break.
Yes, and lose against Nice before. Last two games was to defeat for Brest. 12 in the table is 12. He has a best place in Champions than in Ligue 1. It's really strange for Brest, but that is the reality. Now Monaco is the only team I think can be fight against Paris Saint-Germain for the Ligue 1, in spite of the 6 point of difference in the game, for the squad, for the feeling. Monaco is doing a better champions than Paris Saint-Germain right now, and it's true when they play at home, maybe they miss something. In Ligue 1, in the last game, 2 games without goals in Ligue 1 at home, against Lille, against 𝗀𝗲𝗄. Now there must have a reaction. Now Monaco don't feel so comfortable against team like Brest with that model of play, the direct play, really physical and strong counter attack, but historically, Brest in Monaco, they suffered because in the history there were only 1 games in Monaco. In spite of that, I think Brest is able to score in Monaco too, and for that reason, I choose the both team to score. Odds 1.78.
Champions League clash in Ligue 1 this Friday, and later on we have PSG Toulouse. PSG beat 𝗀𝗲𝗄 4-2 with Barcola and Canguilí scoring a brace, but their eyes are of course in the Champions League. 2 defeats, Atletico Madrid and Arsenal, and they are playing in Munich, so probably Luis Enrique's men won't be too focused in this game, and Toulouse, Alain, with 3 consecutive wins, perhaps can surprise us and get a good result in the Parc des Princes.
Yeah, it's difficult to imagine Toulouse maybe catch a point in Paris. Now in the last 4 games, Toulouse doesn't lose, and Toulouse arrived to change the dynamics about his results, because they don't start really well. Toulouse suffered until the first FIFA schedule in October. Toulouse suffered a lot. Now, 3 victory against Rennes, against Reims, and against Toulouse, against Montpellier. But the most important things is they don't receive goals in 3 games, and that one was one of the key of Toulouse to improve. And after they have found a key player after a really strong injury, 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗄𝐻 is back. And that one is the best news for Toulouse in offensive way, because in the last 3 games, 3 goals, 2 against Montpellier, 1 against Reims. In Rennes, he do a brilliant game. He do an assist in the goal for 𝐿𝐭𝐴. Brilliant, and he's the key player in the offensive line for Toulouse. Now PSG start every times really strong. His game, Toulouse in the last game too. We saw a team start the game with a lot of ambition, especially when they played away. They start really strong. Their score in Rennes, their score in Montpellier during the first half. For that reason, I choose over 1.25 in the first half. Odds 1.85.
Looking forward to this game in Munich. Bayern Munich PSG is even if it's very long, the group stages in the Champions League is a key game for PSG. Next games on Saturday, we have 3 games. First one is so good. Lens Olympique Marseille, third Olympique Marseille. Still cannot trust them when they are playing at the Velodrome. 3-1 shocking defeat against Auxerre. So bad numbers at home, but away they are the best away team in the competitions. 5 wins, 1 defeat, and beat Nantes and Montpellier away recently. And Lens, Alain got an important win against Nantes in the last 5 minutes. They were coming from defeats against PSG and Lille, and I would say surprisingly, Lens are favorite for this game, really favorite.
Yes, sometimes the bookmaker take really strange decision. Maybe the base of this argue is the last game, and probably is the worst game of Olympique de Marseille from the beginning of the season. Against Auxerre, 3-1 in Velodrome is hard for them. Now, is the worst team in Ligue 1 when they're played at home? Yes, in the content and for the ambition of Olympique de Marseille. Now, Lens at home is strange, because normally Lens and Marseille is always, every season, feel really difficult to win. Now, Lens is the only 11 team at home, only 8 points in 5 games, but they have a big problem with the goal, because it's the worst attack when they played at home with Le Havre. Only 5 goals in 5 games. And that one against Olympique de Marseille, when we the capacity to Marseille to play in the space when they played away, in my opinion, Marseille have something more for that game. Arrive with a favorite role, and for that reason, I choose 2x no draw. Odds 2.20 is really high.
Okay, draw no bet for Marseille easily. So if there is a draw, you get your money back, or Asian handicap 0 is exactly the same. Good odds to back Olympique Marseille, somehow really strong when they play away. A different story at home. Next game is Monaco. Great game. Well, Saint-Etienne Montpellier is the next stop. Saint-Etienne in the bottom 3 lost the derby 1-0 to Lyon. 3 wins this season. The 3 wins were at home, whereas Montpellier surprised us, Alain, with the second win of the season against Brest. 31 goals conceded. I always want to remind our audience about how poorly they are defending this season. Both teams, this is a direct clash to avoid relegation.
Yes, it's a direct. We have a lot of direct clash for the relegation this weekend. Montpellier already is the only team don't do points away. In 5 games, 0 points. And the stats are dramatic because only 3 goals scored and 16 goals received. But something changed in Montpellier with 𝗀𝗄𝐻 back in the bench. We saw that against Brest, is a Champions League team. They won 3-1. And that one is not only the victory. I think is a symbol game because 𝗀𝗄𝐻 sent a lot of message during this game. First, this team will be defend with a low block. First, after they will be try to play in counter attack with Nordin, with Altamari, with Adams. They're a really direct player and feel really comfortable with space. Saint-Etienne, when they played at home, is a team let you space behind to the line of the defense, and that one I think is something positive for Montpellier. Montpellier have some player who played in Saint-Etienne, like Nordin, like 𝗀𝗄𝐻𝐿. In my opinion, Montpellier will be his first points away in Saint-Etienne. For that reason, I choose double opportunity, 𝑋2 odds 1.67.
Okay, and the next game, interesting as well, game Lyon. Let's see how the extra sport stuff affect Lyon with all the information saying that they could be relegated, a lot of debts, economically they are in a tough situation, whereas if we talk about what is happening in the pitch, they are getting better and better. Last 6 games, 4 wins and 2 draws for Lyon. And Reims, Alain, they bounce back in Le Havre after 3 consecutive defeats. They won, remember, 3-0 in Le Havre.
Reims missed continuity because we saw a very good version of Reims from the end of August until the middle of October, but after we saw Reims lose point against Brest, Auxerre and Toulouse, and it was 3 games where Reims, we expected more points about Reims in that game. Good reaction in Le Havre. Now Lyon will become in Reims. I think the extra sport affair in Lyon will be affect the team. Lyon don't win in Reims since 2015. 9 years passed from the last victory of 𝗵𝗵𝐿𝑦 in Reims. Textor, the owner of Lyon, Crystal Palace, and Botafogo said we will be past nothing, but I don't believe that. Maybe that they don't pass nothing at the end of the season, but it will be past something now, because when do you heard that type of news, the player normally have some problem of motivation, and in my opinion they will be past that. I am surprised to see the odds are in favor to Lyon. Lyon is not favorite in my opinion, and I think Reims is back. Reims do very good game against the biggest team this season in Ligue 1, and I choose Reims winning. I know it's risky, but the odds are really interesting, and we must try. Reims winning, odds 2.63.
Okay, really high odds actually for both outcomes. I'm seeing right now in Oddspedia is 2.8. Reims to win, 2.5. Lyon to win, so the odds are very high. Of course, if you want to be cautious, also you can bet on draw no bet, and in case there is a draw, you get your money back for Reims. It should be around 2. Games on Sunday, Lille. Rennes is the next one. Rennes 1 point away from relegation, Stefan was sacked, and we have Sampaoli back to Ligue 1. Oh my God, Sampaoli. Alain, not sure if you are optimistic about the Argentinian arriving to Reims. Lille, for sure, is a tough spot to make your debut in Ligue 1. 7 games undefeated and also doing great in Champions League. Only one defeat, playing at home, was against PSG. Everything is kind of against Rennes.
But Rennes is strange because he's not. Sampaoli don't have the profile to be the manager of Rennes. Maybe they want to change something with that. Maybe for the motivation analysis, Sampaoli will bring something more, especially with the aggressiveness, because this team missed a lot of aggressivity in the last 3 years, because they have a lot of talent in Rennes. Technically, the young player, Rennes is one of the team sold better in the last 3 years in the market. There's sold a lot of players in Premier, in Real Madrid. They have a really good former player team, and that one now. Where is the limit about this Stade Rennais? Away, they catch only 1 point. Only 1 point is not enough for a team with European ambition. And that one is 3 years they suffer when they played away. Only 4 goals scored in 5 games away. 13 goals received is a lot. And I have a lot of doubt about Sampaoli, who is in my opinion, is not the man Rennes needed. In change, Lille is doing really well this season, because they're correct something where they played away in Champions League. They catch really good results, because when you saw the table of the Champions League, there are only 7 points. Okay, but they play really hardest game, because they play against Juve, they play against Real Madrid, they play against Atletico Madrid without losing. Only against Sporting maybe they miss something. But right now, Lille is in a very good moment. Jonathan David is probably one of the target man for the next market, for the striker position. The biggest club in Europe, in my opinion, will be go to sign him. They live a very good moment. When do you check the odds? You saw Lille with 1.98. How we can't try that, because everything are doing to Lille is really favorite that game. For that reason, I choose Lille winning, odds 1.98.
Okay, so new manager, new win, in your opinion, is not going to be the case. Sampaoli last club was Flamingo in 2023 until 31st of December 2024, and then in September also in Sevilla was very poor in his second spell in Sevilla. His results were really poor, and before that in Olympique Marseille, but he's not having a lot of luck in his last clubs. Next game, Alain, Auxerre and 𝐬𝐭. And 𝐬𝐭, 10 points, same points as Saint-Etienne for the bottom 3. They are getting good results lately. Of course, they lost to PSG, but remember, they beat Monaco and Saint-Etienne. Before that, Auxerre doing a great season, only 1 point away from the European spots.
Yes, and the second best local team. 12 points in 5 games. Only Monaco won in Auxerre. Except that, Auxerre won every game at home. Against Reims, against Stade Rennais, Brest, against Nice. 3 European team and a team with European ambition. Pellissier is a magician. And every week I said that. Sorry, but every week he confirm is big talent, and in my opinion is an undervalued manager in this Ligue. Warning with Angers when they played away, because except the first game in Lille when they lose, 4 games away and 4 games without consider a defeat. Draw in Toulouse, Marseille, and Strasbourg, and winning in Monaco, and that one made us to take the things with a lot of precaution, because when they played away, they feel really comfortable. Now against Paris Saint-Germain, I think that they do the game they must it to do. They'll be able to score 2 goals. Only the first half was really poor for Angers, but now is a scare game. One of the scariest game to this week, because both teams, the ambition is save the category. And Auxerre, warning, because sometimes you have team with that type of ambition made 1 month and a half or 2 months really well, and after they'll be back to the bottom of the table and must to fight against relegation until the end of the season. The relegation match, I think the X can be probably, because we saw the game Auxerre at home never draw a game. Angers is a specialist to draw when they play away. I choose the X of the week. Every week I choose one X, not every time with success, but we hope that week will be a success. X 3.93.
All right, another option could be the next one, Nantes, Le Havre, both teams in danger, both teams also in the bottom spots of the standings. Nantes 4 defeats in the last 5 games. Le Havre, penultimate, lost to Reims 3-0 at home in the last game. Alain, what is your take here?
It's a scared game. This one is a scared game. We check the stats, and Nantes at home is really poor, only 5 points. Le Havre, when they played away, only 3 points in Saint-Etienne. But in spite of that, the content are really bad, because they won, yes, in Saint-Etienne that game 2-0, but in the last 4 games away, they received an average of 2 goals per game. And Not must to have a reaction. Not start well this season, the season, but after, I don't know what happened, but not is back about the same results dynamic about the last seasons, and there must to have a strong reaction. Is a good opportunity for Nantes to won again. The last victory of Nantes is at the end of August. The spring are really difficult in Nantes. And in my opinion, they have the quality, individual quality and collective quality to win this game against Le Havre, who is in a difficult moment. I choose Nantes odds 1.97.
Okay, Nantes to win is your choice. And the last game, Alain, is Nice-Strasbourg. Nice 6th in the standings, coming from good results. Drew with Lille, beat Brest and Monaco, unbeaten in 7. So great numbers, actually. And Strasbourg, mid-table, is only 1 win in the last 5 games. And actually, the odds to back Nice 1.88 are quite good, I would say.
Yes, and it was one of the poorest defense when they played away. The third poorest defense in Ligue 1 away. 14 goals received in 5 games. It's so much. I know it's a young team, but Strasbourg in the last weeks have a lot of problem, because they won only against Nantes since October, and Nantes is in the baddest moment respect to Strasbourg. Losing in Saint-Etienne is heavy for Strasbourg. Now against Monaco, we waited a reaction. We don't saw a reaction. How is the soul about this team right now? I think it's bad in this moment, and with a young team is difficult. When do you have that type of moment to change that state of mind? The game is difficult because Nice is in a good moment. I think Nice at the beginning of the season, maybe we don't understand the identity, or we don't saw a team with 𝐬𝐳𝐧𝐧𝐸 in the bench. Right now we start to see a team with 𝐬𝐳𝐧𝐧𝐸 in the bench. Last 4 games without lose. Good draw against Lille. They won in Brest. They won the derby against Monaco, and that one is a really good input to believe in this Nice for this game. For that reason, I choose Nice winning odds 1.84.
Great, Alain, the magician, always knowing everything about French football or international. By the way, you were correct in our international ACCA Nations League Matchday 6. So before we go to your next ACCA, Alain and SafeBet, let me remind you that you can, and everyone as well, participate in our tipster competitions and win some money. It's completely for free, and it's even fun to compete with your friends. And now even you have the Premier League one or the NBA. Also, Alain, I know that you are a big fan of American sports, so you have NFL and NBA. And now it's time to listen to your safe bet, Alain.
Lens Olympique de Marseille over 1.75 goals, odds 1.24.
ACCA.
Lille winning, not winning. Nice Strasbourg over 1.75 goals for a total 4.91.
Okay, a lot of tips for the 1x2 market. I like it, keeping it simple. Let's hope we are lucky. Alain is wearing his lucky jumpsuit with Fiorentina, with La Viola. So good luck to everyone. Thank you, Alain Valnegri. See you next week. Bye-bye.